Well, hello and welcome to I Love Gay today. And this is in some ways almost like part two because we're here with Krylios from DC, who works very closely with someone we just had a fantastic time with a couple days ago, Rayceen Pendarvis. So how are you, Krylios?
I am doing well. I am doing well. And thank you for having me here. Such a pleasure to be here. And I am glad that I am here and the fact that you had Racine on really, really recently. Love Racine to death.
Oh,
Queen and mother and goddess here in the Washington, D.C. area. So lovely to be here.
I recognize that what you just said from some of your intros when you have introduced Rayceen on the.
Yes. We have a variety of monikers that we bestow upon mothers. So we throw them out from time to time. We throw
I
them out from
love it.
time to time. Yes.
But yes, so you and that's how I've come to know you is through you now do a podcast and various YouTube shows and so forth with
Yes.
Racine. And tell us about that.
Hmm. Definitely. I've actually been volunteering with Team Rayceen since I was, back at Howard because I came here to do college from Jamaica. So I was volunteering with them since 2016. I wanted to have an impact on my community. I grew up in a place and an area where I wasn't able to fully lean into my LGBTQI identity and to be celebrated for that. And so when I came here for college, I knew that anything that I wanted to do, I wanted to be able to empower LGBT people, empower my community, empower Black people, things of those natures. And so getting involved with Team Rayceen Productions was a great way of doing that. I mean, the first time I saw Racine on stage, I was just so like enraptured. It was just unlike anything I had ever seen at that point. And so I've been with them since then, doing things at the Ask Racine show. And, as after I left Howard and, stayed with Team Racine, I started working much more closely when it comes to the production side of things and the creative side of things. And as we enter 2020, we were fully leaning into, getting online content out there. Because, we've been doing shows for years, on site things, at different theaters or, a ballroom or a stage or a this or a that, so we've been doing that for a long time, but we really wanted to have a stronger online presence. And lo and behold, the year that we decided we were doing that, then the pandemic hit. And so we fully had to pivot, into that online thing where we started, producing different series, different shows. Listen, I can't wait for you guys to see 2021. That's just a hint. But the ground really, we really got started last year in 2020 with that. So, we do have a variety of things there. We had to pivot and do different shows, vlogs, interviews with so many interesting people that run the gamut from politicians to artists to celebrities to community organizers to advocates to international people in Nigeria, looking on what's going on all over the world. And it's been such a pleasure for me to be able to do this and to do it with an icon like Racine as well.
Yeah. No, I would say that that's it's noticeable in that sense that I've always known and seen Racine doing so much physically in the community at
Yeah.
Outright DC and so many just various physical events. But now having kind of, as you said, leaning into the pivot of just
Yeah.
of going virtual, but not just going virtual, but then learning and expanding from it. You guys have really you've already been at the center of so much in the LGBT world in DC, but now with the outreach that you're doing through social media and these shows through video, I think you're
Mhm.
probably one of the strongest voices and visibility there in that area.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. We try our best. And from our production manager, Zar, to our booking agent and producing partner, like Nikki, like all of us together, we have really tried to use, because last 2020 was a challenging year, especially for a production company that puts on live things and things on site, having to pivot was certainly a challenge. And I'm glad that our efforts have been appreciated by the community, and I'm glad that others have been seeing the work that we're doing. And I'm so excited for what is to come, because it's going to
Yeah,
be really, really beautiful.
I love it. But even on a personal note, you're from Jamaica, and so
I am.
you came to the United States probably at a time when things may have been different than the last 4 years. And so, how has all that been for you?
I mean, honestly, so I've always visited, for years, because I have a lot of family here and stuff. So I would always come for summers and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I knew at the end of high school in Jamaica, because I went to boarding school there. I always knew that I was going to pursue, my university studies abroad, and in America.
Yeah.
And so when I came here, it was a beautiful Obama years, so there was a lot of hope. And everybody's looking forward to the future and what will be next and what will be, and especially people in my year group, my generation, it was really a time of looking forward. And so with that, I came here to do broadcast journalism at Howard, and just so much hope and vibrancy in my life and in my mind, which still remains. But then we transitioned into a different era, which did not have, that much hope, and not much at all, especially for someone who's from somewhere else, and, who's all the things, black, gay, all of these different things. And I will say those 4 years, though, seeing all the changes that has happened in the country, seeing how people have changed, seeing how people have not changed, seeing how important community is, how important communities and community building is for us to get through terrible times and tough periods. It has really kind of shaped me into the character that I am today. Because I came at a very different time, seen so much change. Marriage equality came the year after, Trump came in the year next, 4 years of that. And now here we are in a brand new era. And I will say this, I feel the hope again. I feel the
Yes.
hope again. So
I saw something that showed the pictures hope, and then from Obama, and then hate, and then healing. And so I have hope.
oh, I love it.
The healing part is that's where the hope kicks in. Is that I do hope that we're
Yes,
able to bring all of us together to a better place.
yes, yes. Oh my God, three H's. I love an alliteration. English was my minor as well. I write, so I just have an appreciation for figurative language. So I love that.
I can see that. And I like it. No, this is wonderful. And being in your general area, I'm only a few hours away from you, and I do look forward to.
Mhm.
I had made all these plans to come to DC for a series of meetings, and also trying to. We were thinking about doing some of these live in DC as well now. So
Yes.
even though the pandemic has kind of put a lot of that on hold, I look forward to when I'm able to come back down and connect with you all in the real world, and keep these
Of
conversations going.
course. Oh, definitely, definitely. I look forward to that too.
And by that time, we're going to see some of your new shows you were talking about. And by
Oh,
the,
yes. By that time, you just might. Not just might. You definitely
you
will.
will.
By that time, you definitely will.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here and just sharing a few moments of your time, and letting us all get to know you a little
Course.
better.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure. And for anyone out there who is watching or listening to this, you can, go to the Team Rayceen YouTube channel. You will, find vlogs. The vlogs give you a behind the scenes look at, kind of the production of the events that we do. We have interviews, as I said before. We have, great panels with politicians and, community activists, like panel discussions. We have so much and so much more fun times, all of that. And you can follow at Team Rayceen on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to follow me, it is at It's Krylios. That is ITSKRYLIOS on Twitter and Instagram.
I love it. I love it. And I'll make sure to link those as well.
Thank you.
Great to see you, and have a wonderful weekend.
Have a fabulous one. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
It feels good, so good.